Game 3 of the current series. If you've not yet seen games 1 or 2, you may want to check those out first. Link in the description, as well as in a button on the video. Alright, here we go into Game 3 between Empire's Cost and Liquid Zenio. Here in the third place determiner, or bronze match at IEM Kiev. Cost is our blue Terran, spawning down at the 6 o'clock position. Zenio, the red Zerg, up at the 12 o'clock position here on Metalopolis.
Yeah, great series so far. Very long games. A lot of... If I was Zerg or Terran trying to figure out what I wanted to do late game, this would be a good series.
Well, and despite both those games being similar in a lot of regards, it is 1-1. In the first game, Cost essentially out-multitasked Zenio. And in the second game, Zenio was able to make Broodlord pushes do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Cost starting his wall off.
Yeah, once again, cross positions. Zenio's got to be happy about that.
Yeah, although he doesn't know it yet. His Overlord is got in the wrong direction. Knows they're not close by air.
Well, so he now knows they are the cross positions, though, since he has spawned the close by air. Unless, I mean, this isn't the GSL version of the map or anything. Not that there is a GSL version of Metalopolis anymore, I believe. 14 hatch for Zenio. But still, I would imagine close spawns are disabled. I mean, that's even the ladder disables those these days.
Yeah. Same build we've been seeing, so perhaps another long game. We'll see if or when Cost scouts and what he does in reaction. Scout moving out again to the close by air position first, and then to where Zenio is. Spawning pool and gas going down this time, rather than well after the second hatch had finished.
Yeah, being a little more defensive since he doesn't know what Cost is doing. There starts the factory, though. And the barracks gets lifted to build a reactor.
Yep, reactor gets started. Scouting SCV comes in. Sees the same thing he's been seeing.
Hatchery finishes. Comes in SCV to start an expansion for Cost here. It is natural.
Yep.
So the same starters we've been seeing on both sides. Oh, looks like they paused. Had to drop one of the observers.
Yep. Cost complained about 3 out of the 4 games that observer was in. He had to disconnect. Scouting SCV getting pushed away.
Starting outside of Zenio's natural. First generation Hellions just about to pop out. There's one.
Someone a little bit behind, but
there's 2.
There's 2.
Frying up a Zergling that poked in towards Cost's base.
2 spine crawlers to the natural. One by the ramp is done, one further from the ramp is just getting started.
Over by the gases, not closer to the ramp, not closer to the main.
Well, the one close to the ramp was the one that finished.
Yep. Queen ready to block.
And Zergling speed finishing.
Zenio once again cutting gas. But now he's adding 2 more gases at his natural, and the gas at his main.
Yep, upgrading 4 gas from 1.
Hellions poking around towards the edge of the creep. Killing some of the creep tumors that are under construction. Or morphing in. Try
Poking
to
for the
poke around
first time this time
behind,
with
but
4.
run into that second spine crawler. Force the
Force
cancel
to cancel on
spine
the
crawler.
third.
It's being resumed just below the hatchery. Queens
A
stand ready at
fifth
the ramp,
Hellion pops
blocking it
out.
off. Factory lifts. There'll be no more Hellion production for now. Barracks being built on that reactor. Stem underway. Another macro command center being added, morphing into an orbital right as it finishes. Hellions poking around behind the middle line again. Get a couple drones burned up. Taking poking from that one spine crawler.
They're
One
taking
Hellion
the
goes
poking,
down.
but they're just sort
Two
of
Hellions goes down.
accepting
4
it.
Hellions left.
because they are forcing no mining to be occurring at this base right now.
Yep. A few lings coming in.
Mining resumed.
Hellions run away. Still 4 Hellions. Baneling's morphing in now.
Sim's halfway done. Litter is nearly complete.
+1 Carpus on the way. Hellions just kind of resting at the top of this ramp towards what would be Zenio's third. Spinecrawler moving up and rerouting right at the bottom of that ramp. Zergling's trying to catch the Hellions. A couple of Banelings behind. One of the Hellions goes down. 2 Hellions go down. Zerglings break
Last
off.
to get away.
+1 infantry weapons on the way. Spire now being built.
Cost grabbing a 4th gas.
Starport just finishes up. Starts building a medevac right away.
Zenio is starting his third. Getting poked a little bit by some Hellions, but the Zerglings are going to force him away.
Factory with Tech Lab finishes up. Here comes our first tank. No tank siege, no siege tech yet. Infantry combat shields on the way. Starting to throw down missile turrets as well.
Yep, Cost moving that macro command center out to his own third.
Zenio's third is about halfway done.
Yep, expect another decently long game.
Also macro hatch going down in his natural.
Overseer getting poked by some Marines here.
Couple
So it
of
might
Marines and
actually
a
go
bunch of
down.
Marines. Approaching
go down.
Zenio's third. Still under construction.
I don't think Cost
Poking in
has
a
seen
little
them
bit.
yet.
Got some of those
building-
Zerglings.
Starting the missile turrets at his supply lines.
The non-speed Baneling's not able to make connections on the Marines, they just have to run back. Third finishes. Again, the Banes get a couple connections, not particularly great connections.
Not great, but they did force for 2 stims on that entire group of Marines. They're all super low. Just getting
Marines
finished
will
off
get
now by
cleared
a
off
couple
now, though.
Zerglings.
Koss has now landed his once macro orbital at his own third now. Dropping some
Armory and
mules.
2nd NG Bay going up.
+1 melee attacks coming now. Still no siege tech. Not even on the way. Koss pushing up the southern side of the map again.
Very even supplies. Creep spread moving out across the north side of the map.
He was thinking about poking in, but decided against it. Again with Flyer Carapace for Zenio. Costs a small force, turns back towards his own base.
Siege tech does go down.
So with +2 infantry weapons. +1 vehicle weapons. And
Cost
+1
starting a
infantry armor.
4th command center at his third.
+11 mutas. Cleaning up a marine at the central tower.
Looks like
Cost
Zenio's
moving
grabbing
up.
his 4th.
4 tanks, bunch of marines, couple medevacs. moving in towards Zenio's 4th. Muta's coming from behind, try to grab the tanks. Get pushed away by the Marines. Now engaging a few Marines. Clear them up quickly enough.
And one of Kos's Marines does find Zenio's 4th, so he knows it's there now.
Zenio's lings and blings, reinforcing. Kos elevators up to the what would be a main. Above the 4th. Sieges up.
Sieges up, starts wailing away on it.
The 2 closer tanks are in range of the hatch. Has his Marines ready at the top of the ramp.
Okay, a
Zenio
couple
not
free
wanting to try to
Zerglings.
push up that. Zenio has queued up a hatchery at the gold. Mutas are now moving in towards Kos's production facilities. Bypassing the production facilities, going straight for the main mineral line. Cleaning up the towers first.
Group of 10 lings at Kos's 3rd. Opening here, looks like the bunker's been defended, no problem.
Thor hit on grouped up Mutas. That was a hundreds of points of damage shot from the Thor.
Zenio grabbing the gold as his 4th now.
Muta's poking out by the 4th. They're pushed off by the Marines before they can try to snipe a tank.
Large group of Zerglings watching Kos's command center move to his own 4th.
Yeah, that will be forced to leave right away. Plus 2
Kind of
ground
surprised it's
carapace
still
on the way.
landing.
Plus 2 infantry weapons just finishing up. Infestor pit on the way.
Lands but picks up right away. Sieging next to these Zerglings and Banelings.
Muta's poking in with this force of Marines and tanks up on the side ground.
Oh,
Exchange a little bit of fire. Zerglings push up the ramp. Muta's assisting from above. Marines getting cleared up. Muta's gonna clean this up right now. There's a couple Marines left. Marines are gone. Nothing but medevacs and tanks versus Mutas.
Kos's 4th Zerglings group just there got totally cleaned up, almost for free.
Muta's cleaning up the medevacs and leaving the tanks for now.
Zenio
they're turning
grabbing the 5th. The 9 o'clock natural.
Meanwhile,
Sending a bunch
Zerglings
of
are coming in.
Zerglings to take out the 4th.
They surround the 4th quickly. SCVs cannot get in to repair it. It is not. It is just barely allowed to finish into a planetary. It's just a single attack off.
Being rebuilt where it is. Where it stands. Zenio deciding to grab a 6th at the 9 o'clock. Meanwhile, Kos's main is a good group of Mutas, doing a lot of damage, taking out all the Marines, some reactors.
Camping the production for a moment, finishing off another reactor. Grabbing a few more Marines piecemeal. Yet another reactor goes down.
Now focusing down the main as a command center. Kos instead decided to move out with all of his tanks, Marines, and Thor.
SCV's repairing now. A few more Marines coming in to try to push off these Mutas. Mutas turn and engage, losing a few Mutas though. But Marines are gone now. Mutas are still there. A couple more Marines come in. Oh, Marines get 1, 2 Muta kills. Almost get a 3rd. Mutas decide to leave.
Zenio's 5th goes down at the 9 o'clock natural as Kos is moving out in siege line. Basically between the center of the map and there.
Kos has just maxed out to Zenio's 184. Mutas try to poke in and get some tanks, but there's enough Marines there to fend them off.
And Zenio's 6th at the 9 o'clock finishes, so he can no longer cancel that, although it doesn't look like Kos is aware of it. Just gonna leave it for now.
Kos pushing forward. Siege tanks sieging up, just a little bit late, gets surrounded by Zerglings. Lots of Zerglings surround going on. But all in all, Kos holds. Mutas are forced away. Just a single tank and a few Marines though. 4 medevacs.
Kos finishing up 2 new command centers.
He finds out
Flying
about
them
that
out.
expansion. Goes to kill it. Here come the Zerglings from behind, killing off the tanks. Now surrounding the Marines.
Barely
Mutas
does kill the
overhead.
hatchery though.
Yep, focus fire does finish off the hatchery. Zenio once again building a base. They're at that 9 o'clock position.
Yeah, a lot of SCVs at Kos's 3rd not mining right now, just sort of standing idly. The 4th command center is about to land, and the 5th is moving to his gold. Although Well, it doesn't look like he's going to be in a safe position to land there
Zenio
as
coming
a
forward with a lot
huge
of links and
stream.
mutas.
Huge stream of Zerglings and mutas coming into the 4th now. It's no longer planetary, so it has to lift off.
It lifts off, but the tower's here. And the Marines getting rid of mutas.
Zenio re-expanding his 5th and 6th at the 9 o'clock and it's natural.
Zenio is forced away. Koss is landing his command center once again. Tower's going up at the gold for Koss. SCV is momentarily long distance mining, but now it'll be normal mining from his 4th. Replacement towers going up. A few Marines pushing towards the tower. Zerglings coming to meet him though. A few Infestors join the mix now. A few Fungals going on in the Marines. Not the most optimal Fungals. One of those Fungals only caught 2 Marines, the other one only caught 3.
Sacrificial Overlord. Sees that Koss is where he just saw him a second ago. Zenio grabbing gas. All 4 gas at his 2 new expansions.
Also
Getting
managing a bunch
siege to his
of
gold.
drones right away.
Yep. Siege and a minor drop at the gold is going to shut down mining there.
Kills a few drones too. Zerglings trying to come in from the side, mostly just dying. They go for the run-by instead, now attacking the planet. Nope, going towards Planetary Fortress, but not committing to attack on it. Instead attacking Zenio's... Koss's 6th. Forcing the cancel, now killing off some missile turrets. Meanwhile, the siege continues at Zenio's gold. It will go down, it looks like.
Yeah.
Marines get picked up right away.
1 man left behind.
Heading off towards the 9 o'clock base, but there's more than enough there to protect it.
Greater Spire is about to finish, so we should be seeing some Broodlords.
Yep, Corruptor's already on the way.
Koss building
Snipes at
another
Baneling.
command center at his 5th.
But this drop gets cleared up quickly anyway. Marine tank Thor, a few ghosts, all pushing in once again towards Zenio's 9 o'clock bases.
Ghosts
Marines
and Marines
stem
picked
in.
up.
Elevators, few to the high ground. Get surrounded by Zerglings. But the Zerglings all get killed off. Ooh, EMP right on the Infestors. Infestors are useless now. 4th Infestor comes in, manages to get a fungal growth. Again, the other 3 that got EMP'd, useless.
Yep, Zenio
Hatchery
loses
goes
his
down.
5th at the 9 o'clock natural.
Lots of snipes going on at the Broodlords and Mutas, cleaning them up quickly. A few more Marines charging forward, stopping short of attacking these Infestors.
Ooh, a bunch of Marines get caught into a double fungal.
A lot of very low health Marines there. One more fungal,
Yeah,
so
just
Zerglings clean them up. Hatchery trying to be rebuilt, a couple Marines attacking it. Meanwhile, some ghosts and Marines coming in towards the 9 o'clock base, sniping some drones and Infestors.
Koss looking to take the 3 o'clock position. Snipes out all the Banelings before they can do any damage.
Zenio's coming in to clean up. With most of his army, frankly, he's down at 100 supply to Koss's 170. Finally cleans that up. And then catches the medevacs and fungals.
Yep. All this while, Koss is still on the gold, with Zenio's gold base having been wiped out. Broodlords are on the map, though.
Both players mining from at least a couple locations. So there has been a lot of harass on both sides to limit that.
Yeah, Koss sitting on a bank of about 2,500 minerals.
Koss continues to
Nearly
hold a
max.
substantial supply lead up at 190 to Zenio's 125. And he's now taking the northernmost gold, trying to.
Snipes
Lots
making
of
quick
snipes
work
going on.
of both Infestors and Broodlords, which were unsupported.
Yep. One
Loses
fungal
all the
doesn't do
Broodlords.
anything. And Zenio
Yeah.
GG's out, having lost all of his expensive units. Yeah, 184 with none of his expensive units standing to... Or 184 to only 104 with none of his expensive units standing.
Yeah.
And cost expanding to the second gold. And that wraps up Game 3. Onward to Game 4.